Hey, quick question, and this is for the men and the men only. Do you think I'm stupid?
What do you mean your man is not obsessed with you? Like, what do you mean? Like, he says no to you?
The reason why he's not obsessed with you and is not going out of his way for you is because you do not know how to set boundaries.
Oh, the guy has to be obsessed.
We could see a pattern here. One of the many reasons modern women are single is because they have a fantasy built in their minds where men have to be obsessed over them or it won't work.
What do you mean your man is not obsessed with you? Like, what do you mean? Like, he says no to you? Like, he doesn't do whatever you ask him to? Like, he doesn't obsess over you, constantly touch you, want to be around you, like, wants a break from you? Like, what do you mean? It's like, we don't have to be with men that don't like us now. Like, do you know, like, if he's not actually obsessed with you? Bye.
The men that think it's the biggest flex to be like, I don't chase a woman.
Take a wild guess on what they're about to say next.
Ew, are you gay? Did you just find out that you're newly gay?
It's really quite amazing, actually, how many women are just straight up coming out there and saying that they're homophobic. Not only that, but they're rather implying that there's something inherently wrong with a person who does happen to be gay. Yeah, that's really not a good look. But you know what else also isn't a very good look? Desperation. Because that's certainly the impression that takes like these are giving, that someone, or anyone, would have to be so desperate to actually get someone to pursue them that they're going to resort to shaming tactics in order to get them to do so. If they're not interested, they're not interested. And trying to tell them that they're gay in order to try to get them to change their behavior is not going to make them interested. If anything, it's certainly going to put them off even more.
I mean, what did you expect? This is what modern women do. As soon as a man says he doesn't chase women, they're called names. In this case, this woman is calling them gay. But really, what is there to be obsessed with? Modern women are draining. A majority of them just want to use men for what they have. And the moment a man stops playing into their ego, they panic. If we look into the dating pool today, chasing a woman in today's time is a big-time L. And any man who's paying attention can see it. Chasing doesn't earn you respect anymore. It just gets you used, drained, and thrown into the maybe pile while she keeps her options wide open. Women today don't value effort. They expect it. They treat attention like oxygen, and men like backup generators. The more you chase, the less they care. The harder you try, the quicker they lose interest. It's backwards now. The guy who gives the most is the one who gets treated the worst.
There's no faster way for a man to tell me that he's deep in his feminine energy than to proudly announce, I don't chase women. Okay, sir. First of all, masculine men don't chase, they pursue. And when a woman's not interested, they don't throw a tantrum. They don't start hurling insults. They don't get all wounded. They simply recognize she's not for them, and they walk away quietly, confidently, and with their ego intact. Because real men don't need to announce their masculinity. They embody it. So when a man needs to declare, I don't chase women, what he's really saying is, I can't handle rejection. Big difference. Masculine men move with grace. The rest, just talk.
Some men should have to go back to school. Like they failed, or they need like a continuing education course on how to be a man. A lot of men nowadays love to be chased. They love when a woman chases them. They want to be the prize. And it's not really working out because there is only room for one passenger princess in the relationship. So if your man is starting to become the woman, okay, you feel like you're a little bit too manly in your relationship lately and you're just kind of tired of it, well, how about you send that man back to school? Okay, you send that man back to his continuing education coursing, and you go get yourself a real man Okay? Until he's out of his basic training. If he ever comes out. Maybe he'll meet a man in there. Or maybe he'll meet somebody in there. Anyways.
Women see a man wanting reciprocity as chasing, and it's obvious because they keep saying it over and over again. They cannot distinguish between a man who wants a balanced, respectful connection and a man who's begging for attention. To them, it's all the same, because anything that requires them to give something back feels like too much work. That's the real problem. Modern women have gotten so used to bare minimum effort that the moment a man asks for basic reciprocity, consistency, respect, initiative, appreciation, they act like he's demanding the world. They genuinely believe that simply existing as a woman is enough, and the man should carry the entire relationship dynamic on his back. And really what this exposed is that they don't understand men, or care to, because they're so stuck in their own bubble, so locked into their own perspective, that they can't even see past themselves. They've been conditioned to believe that their feelings, their comfort, their desires are the only things that matter, and anything outside of that is irrelevant.
Hey, quick question, and this is for the men and the men only. Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm stupid? Because, no, like, it really seems like you think I'm dumb. Do you think I'm an idiot? Oh my god, because it really seems like you think I'm stupid. This is what you think about me. This is truly what you think about me.
You need help.
If he doesn't text you back, he doesn't like you. If he doesn't call you back, he doesn't like you. If he is doing anything to make you think twice about the relationship, he doesn't like you. If that man is not obsessed with you, get rid of him. A healthy amount of obsession, but step one is find a man who is obsessed with you, because why would you ever want to be with someone who isn't obsessed with you? Step two, decide if that is the man who is obsessed with you, if that's the guy you want to be with.
I saw this and I was like, well, it's kind of obvious to me, but maybe not so much to you. Men are not obsessed with hoes. Men are not obsessed with women who have no self-respect. Men are not obsessed with women who don't respect them as men. Men are not obsessed with women who just let it all hang out. You know, they tell you everything that they do in the bedroom. They present to you on the first day that they see you that they going, you know what I'm saying, they going, they for the streets. No man is obsessed with that. Men are not obsessed with women who know it all, who run their mouths all the time, don't know how to shut up. Men are not obsessed with women who think they're boss bitches and they can rule and run over top of a man, you know? And for some reason, y'all act like y'all don't correlate. It's very obvious. It's so obvious. And if this is the type of thing that you want to happen again, it's time to reevaluate ourselves, girls. We need to start getting back being modest. We need to start being shamefaced. We need to change what we're doing, because how can we keep doing the same things and expecting different results? Now, the majority of women today are hoes. And you can tell that they're hoes. And this is why men are not obsessed with you, because they're not obsessed with hoes. They might look at them. They might glance over at them. They might deal with them every now and then, but they're not locking them down. Let's not ignore the fact that a lot of women are bitter. They're hateful towards men, and they're just not nice to guys. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's take accountability. Let's live in reality and not la la land. What's there to obsess over?
Well, she said it better than I can. Men are not obsessed with 304s, simply because there's nothing left to the imagination. By that age, a lot of them have lived the whole outside lifestyle so hard that the mystery, the femininity, the softness, it's all gone. Modern women don't understand that men value exclusivity, modesty, and a woman who hasn't spent her prime broadcasting everything about herself to the world. When a woman has been overexposed, physically, emotionally, socially, there's nothing special left for a man to discover. And the crazy part is, they think men should still line up, still chase, still compete, even after years of being outside, disrespecting good men, and treating relationships like disposable entertainment. They want the same level of male attention they got in their early 20s, ignoring the reality that time changes everything. And instead of self-reflecting, they blame men call men insecure, or try to shame men for having standards. But it's simple. Men aren't chasing 304s because experience without wisdom just turns into baggage. And most of them are carrying luggage sets at this point.
The reason why he's not obsessed with you and is not going out of his way for you is because you do not know how to set boundaries. You are so easily impressed. You give in to anything that he says. If he asks you to come over to his place as a date and you say, okay, sure, should I bring a bottle of wine? No. You are showing him that you are so easy to impress. You're driving to him. You're coming up with something to bring to the occasion when all you really need to bring is yourself. But even then, you accepting a date of you coming over to his place is not going to get him to see you as valuable. Men will test you just to see what they can get away with. It's just naturally how they are, because if they don't have to put in work into something, they won't, right? But if you show them that these are expectations that they need to follow, and this is something that you expect for yourself, like, no, I would like to be taken out to dinner. I don't come over, I don't really feel comfortable with that yet, but I would love to see you, so let me know what you decide. I just realized I'm lost my earring, whatever. Anyways, you guys need to stop giving in so easily to these men. They're not gonna feel like they have to work that hard to get you to like them. Men value things they actually have to work a little bit harder for. Trust me, they do. If you ignore their text, you don't respond right away, if you don't give in to their requests easily, they're going to see, like, I got to step it up a bit. Okay. They're going to see that you carry yourself a certain way. You have standards for yourself and they need to match that. And if they're not matching that, they know you have an energy that you could just walk away. And that's the reason why they do not see you as this prize, because you don't see yourself as a prize. You have to see yourself as the prize, and they will act accordingly if they like you, or it will make them see you again as putting you up on that pedestal. You have to put yourself on that pedestal, and a man will match that. If he doesn't, then he sucks and bye, right? Stop giving in so easily to these men. They're going to naturally test you. Don't be so desperate for their attention and for their love and for their validation. He's just a man. There's plenty of them. Plenty of them. You are always the prize. Always, always, always the prize. Watch how much of a difference these men will treat you when you treat yourself like you are the most amazing top priority ever, and that you love yourself and that you're so obsessed with yourself. They will be obsessed with you if you're obsessed with you. If you don't believe it right now, you will eventually. That's just how the mind naturally works. You tell yourself something enough times, you're going to believe it. Just remember to stay safe, and I love you.
I disagree. If a man isn't going out of his way for a woman anymore, it's because he's realized that the effort he used to give gets taken for granted, twisted, or used against him. She even said it herself. All women need to do is bring themselves. This mindset is exactly why everything is falling apart today. They truly believe that simply showing up is enough to deserve a man's time, effort, protection, energy, and resources. This is the entitlement that modern society has been feeding them. You're the prize. Men should chase you. You don't have to do anything. This idea that men test women to see what they can get away with is foolish as well, because the truth is, men aren't plotting or running games. They're simply reacting to the energy they're given. And if a woman presents herself with no standards, no boundaries, no femininity, and no accountability, then of course the dynamic shifts, not because men are manipulative, but because she's already shown she doesn't require anything real, which is exactly why modern dating feels so chaotic. Women project their own behaviors onto men, assume every man has bad intentions, and then get confused when the good men pull away, since they're tired of being blamed for things they never did in the first place.
This comment makes me so upset because I think most men genuinely feel this way. I caught up with someone who I'd say is more of like an acquaintance, but we're friendly. We have mutual friends. We were at the same party last night, and I was telling him about so much of this discourse that I have on TikTok around men not approaching women. And time again, the comments keep coming back to, well, a lot of men think they're going to come off creepy if they go up to a girl. And I was asking him his perspective, and, he's objectively attractive, does well for himself, smart, whatever. And I was like, what about you? Like, do you approach women? And he was like, honestly, not really. And I was like, let me guess. You think you're going to come off as a creep? And he's like, hands down. And it literally like I really feel, for men, because I think there are so many just like kind, normal, smart, intelligent, hardworking, great men out there that like will not put themselves out there because our phones literally we are glued to our phones. B, the dating apps, we just want to swipe to find a connection, which whatever. And then C, a lot of like women have been hardened by a lot of not so great men out there that have made women feel uncomfortable, so that we are coming off as not even approachable because we're putting out the signals that we don't even want to be approached.
There is a certain subset of guys that loves yapping about how they will never chase a woman and the woman's gotta like them more. And the gag of it is, y'all don't even like the woman that likes you more, that chases you. You don't want that girl. When it comes down to it, in the real world, you're going to play that girl while chasing your dream woman. The girl that chases, she never wins. The guy she ends up with doesn't like her. And when I was younger, I've been there. You'll chase, you'll give your all to a man who doesn't chase you back. And guess what happens? They still leave you in the end. As I've gotten older and learned what the proper dynamic is supposed to be between men and women, when I stopped chasing is when I had the best relationships with men, the most genuine, the most wholesome. So whenever I hear guys yapping about needing the woman to chase, I just know you don't know what you're talking about, and I immediately zone out. Like, I promise you just haven't experienced it, because when a girl chases you, you will not be attracted to her. I promise. Even if your dream girl, say you were like attracted to Margot Robbie and she started chasing you, you would stop being attracted to her because that's not natural. But this specific subset of guys doesn't want to hear that because you can't secure anyone anyway.
This is also false. Men do like women who like them and show effort. And I don't know where this woman gets her info from, but it's all incorrect. One thing to keep in mind is that any of these women who talk like this are just projecting, because they have a preconceived notion in their head that they refuse to question. And when she says men will play the girl that chases, not only is that not true, but men aren't yearning to be chased by women. They're looking for balance, reciprocity, and genuine interest, not someone who throws themselves at them like they're a prize to be won. And the reason men pull back from chasing is precisely because they've realized that chasing creates nothing but one-sided energy, entitlement, and frustration. While the women who claim men like the chase are usually the ones who never understand what men actually value,